Hey guys, Joe on and coming in. Today we have a 3v3 battle replay today, field battle. Let's get into some of the army comps here real quick. You guys are going to see that there are some very powerful factions on this field. Two Roman factions, a Boii Savage army in the center here, and then on the other side we have Seleucid, Kush, and Saba. Let's get into the army comps real fast. First army we're going to look at, we have the Seleucids here. Seleucid is being commanded by Billy Blazes 128, who's Billy. Thank you again. He's the one that sent the replay in, so it should be a good time to watch. He has brought with him 5 units of Thorax swords, 3 units of the Thurios spears. He also has 2 units of the Eastern spears, 1 unit of the Levi pikemen here. He's got 2 units of the Syrian archers over here. He also has brought with him 2 units of the Persian light archers. Pretty cool to see there. Don't really see that unit very often. He has also brought with him a unit of Hillmen, 1 unit of median cav. He's got a unit of the mercenary Syrian armored elephants. I was always going to say war elephants there. Or mercenary Syrian armored elephants. 12 guys, 12 elephants, 24 in total in that unit. Going to be nasty. And to finish off his army, he has his general here, a unit of shield bearers. His ally immediately to his side here is Kush. Kush is being commanded by Baby Jesus, who I am aware of. He has a Twitch channel. He is a Twitch streamer, so guys, feel free to go over there and check out his content. Pretty sure that it would be some good stuff for you guys to watch. He has brought with him 4 units of armored desert cavalry. He's got 2 surrounding his flanks. He's got 1 in the rear over there by the woods, or in the woods I should say, and 1 over here on Seleucid's, I guess, right flank of his army. To continue on with his with Kush here, he does have 4 units of the slave slingers. He's actually got 4 units of the Kushite pikes here on his front line. That's going to be very interesting. I'm actually kind of excited to see how well they do. Getting into more of his army here, he has also brought 4 units of swordsmen here. Getting further back, he's got 3 units of the disciples of Piedmac, and his general is a Kushite royal guard. Final ally on this side of the field is Saba. Saba is being commanded by Kenny. Kenny has brought with him 4 units of the mercenary Masgat Marauders, which is only a medium melee infantry, but they are a very, very tough unit. Very tough unit. Right behind them, he has brought with him 5 units of his slingers, Sabaean slingers, and then he's got a ton of cavalry over here. A ton of cavalry. 7 units actually. He's got 3 units of the mercenary Himyar cavalry. Right behind them, he's got 4 units of the Sabaean camel cataphracts, which is a super heavy shock cavalry. And then over here in the trees, he's got a unit of the Marib camel cataphracts. So Saba's coming tough today. He's got some very heavy cavalry here. That's going to be something to have to worry about. Let's get into the opposite side here. We have this Roman army being commanded by Daniux 1000. He has brought with him 6 units of Velites up here in his front line, which is a skirmisher unit. Right behind them, he's got 5 units. 5 units of Hestati. He has a couple of units of unit of legionnaires and villages on that side, and back here he's got 2 more units of legionnaires, and his general is a legatus. Getting into Boii here. Boii is being commanded by Ragnar. Ragnar has actually brought a bunch of the sword followers. He has actually 8 units of sword followers, 3 units here of the Levi freemen. He's got 3 units of slingers, so he's a little lower on the ranged capabilities than any really of the other armies on the battlefield so far that we've gone over. He has also brought with him he also has 1 unit of skirmishers. Okay, sorry about that. I thought he only had the 3 slingers. He does have one unit of slingers here. He has also brought with him 3 units of the heavy horse right back over here. Very, very effective cavalry. And his general is, of course, a unit of Oathsworn. That is a bad unit right there. Bad, bad, bad unit. Final Roman army on the battlefield today. We have Rome being commanded by Matti 935. He has brought with him 5 units of legionnaires as his second line. His front line is 5 units of Hastati. He has also brought with him 1 unit of the... he's got a unit of Vigiles somewhere. Not sure where they're at. He has also brought with him 2 units of the Praetorians. Praetorians, right there. Tough unit. His general is a Legatus unit, and he has brought with him 3 units of the Balearic Slingers. So those are the army comps for the battle. Let's get this one going. I'm very interested to see how well Kush is going to do here, lining up against Boii, Seleucid against Rome here, and Saba way on the other side with the other Roman army. Immediately, Saba is taking his... Just listen to that. Amazing. Saba immediately is taking his 7 units of cavalry that are on this side and tossing them right into the woods here. The remaining units of his army are starting to move up as well. Kush has made a small push up, and we do have Seleucid troops still continuing to move. One of the armored desert cavalry units for Kush is off onto Seleucid's right flank here. This Roman army here is slowly starting to push up. We do see Boii has pushed up very quickly. He is just raring and getting totally ready to get into this battle. I think that some of the Sabaean cavalry, actually, when they were coming through the woods, they popped out a little bit, which allows the Roman player here to see that they're in the woods at least. So his general is coming on over here. It's only 40 men though, but it is a Legatus unit. Legatus is pretty good. We do have the 2 units of the Praetorian Guard that were in the rear line making their way over, and Sabaean cavalry is already making their way out. The 1 unit of the Himyar cavalry is making its way out. The other 2 are continuing into the rear lines of the Roman army. Let's see what the Himyar cavalry is going to do. Actually taking some losses there. Oh wow, a lot of losses there actually. Down to 54 men left in this unit already, and making a beeline straight for the Roman general, trying to immediately get him off of the battlefield. I do believe that the Roman general, actually down to 35 men already. We do have a unit of Hastati that have peeled off the front, and a unit of the Vigiles have peeled off the front as well, getting some damage in onto that unit of the Himyar cavalry. Over here on the front for Boii and Kush, lots of arrows being fired back and forth. We do have 2 of the units of the Armored Desert Cavalry coming out. Actually, 1 unit of Armored Desert Cavalry going to get a big charge in onto this unit of Levi Freeman. Lost 10 men already. Not sure if all of them were lost on that charge. Maybe some of the archer fire was getting in. A little bit more of the cavalry combat going on here. We have heavy horse there for Boii, taking on a unit of the Armored Desert Cavalry. Boii cavalry actually breaking right on through, charging into the pike lines. That's bad. Yeah, that unit of heavy horse is not going to last. Yeah. Not the greatest of move there for the Boii heavy horse cavalry. And Seleucid is just going at it. He's sending out all of his thorax swordsmen with the 1 unit of Levi pikemen straight up to the Roman front line on this side. Balearic slingers getting some fantastic shots in onto the front of these units here. Some of them have lost men already. We do have the Syrian heavy archers, Persian archers and Syrian heavy archers getting fire in onto the second line of the legionnaires. Pila volleys now coming in for thorax swordsmen. And melee combat is underway on this side here. Thorax swordsmen taking on the front line of Hastati, as I said. Let's shoot back on over here. Still just more cavalry moving around, archers pulling back. Lots of ammo being traded back and forth between the slave slingers and the Celtic slingers here. Let's see, we have some cavalry on this side. The Roman cavalry out on this wide flank here. We have a unit of the Median cavalry and a unit of armored desert hoplites over here. Legionnaire Cavalry, I saw a yellow dot, not sure what that was, but it went away immediately. Maybe they're going to go into their wedge formation. But yeah, just big fighting going on right here. Thick line of combat. Pikes here. Pikes are not really, I mean, the pikes need to move up a little bit further to be involved in the actual combat. Oh no. Heavy horse coming out. Syrian archers and Persian light archers are left out here. Unit of the heavy horse going to come in, get a big charge in onto them. Elephants making their way out. Oh no. There's so much to cover right now. It's only 3 armies, but there's so much stuff going on right now. Let's check and see real quick what the Sabaean cavalry did. Yeah, looks like the Himyar. Oh wait, what is that? Way over there. 2 units of the Himyar cavalry actually making their way all the way over onto the other side of the battlefield, getting into the auxiliary Balearic slingers here for this Roman army. And we do have a Roman general wavering. He is getting ready. He's routed. Wow. Roman general for this army here is now gone. That's amazing how fast that happened. Let's see what we have here. A couple units of Hastati now getting a little bit of an angle in onto some of these swordsmen here of Kush. Do have a unit of the Velites moving really close up, but they do have a very short range, so they're going to have to get very close. I want to get in onto these elephants. Elephants are currently out of control, down to 18 out of 64, but they're just going to walk right into all of this. Celtic skirmishers here. This Sabaean cavalry might want to pull out of there, yeah, because they would just get trampled by the elephants. Let's see what the elephants are up to already, kill-wise. 200 kills already for these elephants, just breaking these units of the Celtic slingers, stomping all over them, getting into the back of this unit of the sword followers here as well. We do have a Kush armored desert cavalry unit that got a charge in onto this unit of sword followers as well. Let's check and see how this front line is going on this side. Unit of legionnaire cavalry actually charged in. Thurio spears look like they're trying to... Thurio spears are actually breaking this unit, starting to make this unit waver with only 60 men, but they did lose their general already, so the morale is already low, desperately low here for this Roman army. Unit of hillmen are starting to break here. Vigiles, are going to, I guess they're going to maybe try and push into some of these Thurio spears. Let's get back into the center here. A lot of fighting going on. Kush now moving up all 4 of his units of pikes up to the front line here of Boii. Let's see if Boii is going to have some sort of a response. He's actually just going to... Oh no, I thought that unit of Celtic slingers was going to charge in. We do have these 2 units of Celtic slingers are starting to waver. 3rd unit of the slingers starting to try and pull back. Cavalry coming through here, armored desert cavalry making their way on through. Probably just going to feast in onto these Velites right here, I would imagine. It's a prime target, absolutely. Go right in here, get a huge charge in onto this unit of Velites. Wow, fantastic. On this side, Cataphracts getting a big charge in onto a unit of Praetorian Guard. Praetorian Guard only lost 2 men on that charge. Camels did go through, got into some of the Legionnaires now too, but I think this unit of Camels is going to get wrecked. They do have a unit of Vigiles and another unit of Praetorian Guard coming over. But no, this unit of the Cataphracts are going to be able to get out of combat, which is good. Sabaean slingers on this side just opening up, getting some really good kills, really good shots in onto these Legionnaires and Praetorian Guard. Front line up over here, though, mercenary Masagat Marauders are getting outflanked here. 2nd unit of the Masagat Marauders not looking too hot at this moment. They are taking on a unit of Hastati. What is that noise? Oh, here comes some more Camel Cataphracts. They're going to come in. This unit of their men are broken, so it's not really that big of a deal. Charging right into this unit of Hastati. 2 units of Hastati. Oh, sorry. 1 unit of Hastati, 1 unit of Praetorian Guard. So many flags on this field, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure that I cover as much as I can. We do have a unit of Legionnaires making their way slowly over to some of these slingers here for Saba. Let's get back onto over this side here. We do have a unit of the Praetorians in on the Shield Bearer General here for Seleucid. Unit of Levy Pikemen are breaking, so the Seleucid General will now be taking on a unit of Praetorians. So the Roman army on this side is actually doing very well against the Seleucids. Pretty much all of their units on this side have broken. Unit of the Persian Light Archers have broken way back over there, running away. Kush looks like they have... Yes, this unit of the Legionnaires here are surrounded. Now we have the unit of the Eastern Spearmen starting to pull off. Probably going to try and cut off this unit of Legionnaires. Sword Followers here, right behind this unit of Legionnaires, though. Tough. Very tough. Praetorians here do seem like they're not... Actually, no, the Seleucid Guard is... They're not really fighting, though. There we go. Okay, now they notice Praetorian Guards are going to start coming in. We do have a unit of Hillmen that are coming back. Nice little peel volley into the side of the Praetorian Guard unit there. Here a little bit of a horn coming off. Here comes a unit of Legionnaire Cavalry. Let's see what they're going to charge in onto. Probably just going to hammer into the side of this Disciple unit there. Big charge into the side of that. Another charge coming in on the opposite side of that Disciple unit of Hastati, but the Hastati are immediately breaking. And the Cavalry is actually breaking as well. Wow, that's pretty shocking. Oathsworn General here is already down to 85 men. Another unit of Disciple Piedmont coming in. So starting to get into combat here with the Oathsworn General. Hopefully the Oathsworn General does not perish as well. At least this quickly. Popping back over here, more Camel Cataphract getting another charge in onto the Praetorian Guard, but Praetorian Guard losing nobody. Now starting to lose some men, but they didn't lose any men on that initial charge. More Hastati making their way over. We do have a unit of Sword Followers on this side. Let's see what's going on back over here. We have some Desert Cav and a unit of the Camel Cataphracts back over here for Saba and Kush. Another unit of the Desert Cavalry over there. So far, the Saba General is still just nestling himself off in the woods there, not really needing to get involved. Mercenary Mas Agat Marauders did look like they came back from routing, but they are taking on a unit of Legionnaires. This unit is not going to survive. But the Saba Slingers over here getting some good volleys in onto the Legionnaires there. And are they getting in some really good shots here? They are. They're getting in some flanking fire, though they do have the Romans are in there attacking Testudo. They are still getting hit from the side. As you can see, some of them they are starting to drop. Some of them starting to get hit by some of the rocks. So well done there by Saba with his slingers so far. Let's get back over, see what that general was doing. Where is the Oathsworn General? Oh no, the Oathsworn General looks like he's gone. I don't see the Oathsworn General anymore. And, oh, Seleucid General. Seleucid General is now surrounded by a unit of two units of Praetorians. Yeah, they are trying to fight the best they can. Shield bearers down to 38 men. They were wavering. They have composed themselves, but they are starting to waver again. That is rough to see. Though there really isn't a lot of Seleucid left, so it's not that big of a deal. Unit of Syrian archers here that came back from routing, getting some good shots in onto this auxiliary infantry unit here for Rome. Eastern Spearmen here taking on a unit of Legionnaires. Spearmen are not handling very well. Disciples of Epidemac here, though, helping out. Spearmen did just end up breaking, but the Legionnaires are now taking on this Disciples of Epidemac unit. But auxiliary infantry now making their way in, probably going to back up this Legionnaire unit. Do have this one Roman army here left. Actually, let's get into some of the combat here. You guys can see some of the fighting. Do have some cavalry running around, a couple more units of Legionnaires look like they're making their way around. This is a unit of the Legionnaires as well. Do you have any charging coming in? Actually, that's a unit of the Disciples of Epidemac have now charged in onto this unit of the Praetorian Guard here, and another unit of Hastati starting to break. Fantastically done so far. Saba General has made his way out. Let's see what he's going to end up doing. Do have another unit of the Camel Cataphracts on that side. A couple of units of depleted Hastati and Praetorian Guard here. Back over onto this side. Let's see what the Royal Guard General is going to do. Looks like maybe he's getting ready to do a charge, possibly. And like I said, with the Seleucid General breaking, that is going to free up these two units here from Rome, two units of Praetorians. Getting into a mix-up with some of the Disciples of Epidemac here. This unit of Praetorians is starting to waver, though. But the second unit of Praetorians look like maybe they're going to try and get a rear charge in onto the Disciples of Epidemac. Not sure, though. Nope, they're going to just charge right into this other unit of Disciples here. Should be a pretty good fight between these two units. Disciples are a pretty tough unit, and they do have two abilities. They have Frenzy and Headhunt, which their charge damage and weapon damage goes up, along with their melee attack and morale. Now with that second unit of Praetorians breaking, this will allow this second unit of Disciples to get a fantastic rear charge in onto the back of those Praetorians. Those Praetorians will now be gone from the battlefield. We're going to catch a charge here. Do have a unit of the Camel Cataphracts making their way over. Are they going to charge in onto this unit of the Legionnaires? They are. Ooh, big charge into that unit of Legionnaires. Not a lot of them getting killed, but some of them did get knocked down. As the Camels are pulling back out, we do see the Legionnaires' number dropping, though, very quickly. Very quickly. Back over here, a couple of the... Another big charge by Saba. Cavalry is a big thing in field battles. Big thing. Another cavalry charge coming in onto this unit of the Praetorian Guard. Praetorian Guard now being outflanked by some of the Disciples. Another huge charge in unit of... This is two units of Armored Desert Cav getting a charge in onto this unit of Legionnaires. And all of the slingers here for Saba. He didn't lose a unit of slingers? Wow, he did not lose a single unit of slingers. Some of them have taken some damage, but they're still around, getting some fire off onto some of these forward followers as they have broken. 35 seconds left in this battle, and it's going to be success for Kush, Seleucid, and Saba. Wow. Wow. I think one of the main parts, one of the bigger issues right in the beginning here for this Roman army was maybe about 4 or 5 minutes into the battle, he lost his general. So that was a big, big blow to the Roman army on this side. But just, I mean, look at the bodies everywhere. I know I say this a lot, but it's literally just bodies everywhere along this field. You can see where the initial front line of attack, or fighting I should say, was right here between Seleucid and Rome. Going down further. Actually, wow, there's a bunch of units. Are those? Oh, those are the Saba guys. I thought that was Boii for a second there. But I mean, yeah, just bodies all over the place. We have another secondary line of infantry collision right over here. I mean, yeah, there was just fighting everywhere. Fantastic replay. That was a really fun, really fast-paced charges, cavalry, rear charges, great firing by the ranged units. Really fun battle to watch. Let's get into some of the army comps here. We start off with Baby Jesus. Baby Jesus, his royal guard here with 109 kills. Slave Slingers 23, 44, 16, and 11. This unit of Kush Pikes not faring very well, only 1 kill, but these other units 124, 119, and 78. So for field battles, it's not really that bad. You see them used in siege battles, and they get hundreds and hundreds of kills. But field battle, not that bad for 124, 119, 78. Pretty good there. Getting into his swordsman, 215. Really, 215 with a unit of swordsman. Wow. 151, 47, and 80. Oh, wow. Disciples of Epidmac, 316, 456, and 464. I think that's the highest count I've ever seen for Disciples of Epidmac, ever. Wow, that's really, really well done. Good job, Baby Jesus, with that. That's crazy. Getting into his Armored Desert Cavalry here, 146, 172, 165, and 180. Getting into Saba here, commanded by Kenny, as I said. His Marib Cavalry General here, 175. The Himyar Cavalry, which was responsible for taking out one of the Roman generals there, 72, 135, and 80. His Camel Cataphracts, 20, 119, 237, and 133. Solid cavalry. Very solid cavalry. His Slingers, 60, 71, 97, 118, and 145. Getting into his Massacot Marauders, 61, 112, 105, and 89. And then finally here we have Billy Blazes, 128 with Seleucid. His Shield Bearers General unfortunately got surrounded by those Praetorian Guard, so he couldn't really do very much. His general with only 91 kills. Mercenary Syrian Armored Elephants, 585 kills. And that's not even counting all of his own units that he killed when the elephants were out of control. Median Cavalry, 120. Persian Light Archers, 54 and 45. Syrian Heavy Archers, 15 and 114. Eastern Spearmen, 9 and 3. Hillman, 59. His Levy Pikemen, again, not doing very well, but it is a field battle, so 57 for them. Getting into his Thorax Swordsman, 116, 132, 92, and 105, 109 there. And his 3 units of Thurio Spears, 69, 5, and 65. So pretty good there with those 3 armies. Very well done. I mean, I still can't get over these 3 units of kills there, and Billy's Elephant's doing an absolutely fantastic job. Kenny had some really good units there too as well with his cavalry. So very well done by that side of the battlefield. Getting into Boii here, being commanded by Ragnar. His Oathsworn General with 85 kills. Heavy Horse 40, 240, and 93, so pretty good job with his cavalry. Celtic Skirmishers was 16, getting into his Slingers 96, 103, 75, and 136. Levy Freeman 7, 16, and 45. His Sword Followers here 14, 125, 69, 96, 186, 132, 46, and 153. Getting into the first Roman army here, Matty 935. His Legatus General, I'm pretty sure that's the one that got killed by the Himyar Cavalry from Saba. His General with only 2 kills. Legionnaire Cavalry 19 and 60. His Slingers 61, 53, and 21. Vigiles 106. His frontline Hastati 41, 45, 38, 50, and 103. His unit of auxiliary infantry with 33 kills. Getting into his Legionnaire units, 174, 150, 297, almost 300 there. 138, 217. Wow, really well done with his Legionnaires there. And of course, Praetorians here, 317 and 212. Not very surprising. Praetorians are a very nasty unit. Getting into Daniak's 1000 here with the other Roman unit. His general with only 7 kills here. His Velites 27, 21, 10, 10, 100. Wow, 100 kills there and 77. So pretty good job with these 2 units of Velites. Getting into his Praetorian Guard though, 125, 128, 141, and 87. His Hastati 104, 129, 37, 82, and 191. Getting into his Legionnaires 140, 176, 48, and his final unit of Vigiles with 28 kills there. So yeah, really fun battle to watch. Like I said, I tried to get as much coverage as I could, get into everything that I could. Things happened really fast. So guys, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle for today. If you did, please make sure to like and comment on the video. Feel free to share it with your friends if you'd like. Continue to subscribe to the channel, guys. We are over 450 subscribers now. Again, thank you very much. It's been absolutely amazing so far, and yeah, I really can't say anything else other than it's absolutely amazing, and thank you very, very much. So, okay, guys, well, hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.